What is the five fingers say to the face? Slap!
Okay, so the press conference was kind of wild. It was way better than I expected. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that. I thought that they were going to do... I don't even know what they were going to do. Like, it was so captivating. I haven't experienced that level of intrigue coming out of something for WWE in forever. So I feel like they just absolutely nailed it. Now, there's still a ton of unanswered questions, and I kind of feel like The Rock is going to have a match. The question is going to be, well, what is the match? Now, to go through the press conference a little bit, everyone has seen it, so there's no sense of going play-by-play here. But I seriously thought this was well done. You had Roman and Seth chopping at each other, and we'll talk about Seth in a minute, but I love that part. The Rock coming out and then calling on the crybabies of Cody. He did that during the Pat McAfee show earlier in the day, so it was all kind of like building to this. And you could see The Rock during his promo time at the press conference where he kind of shifted, where things finally shifted. They swore, Cody came out and interrupted, called it bull, and all of that. As soon as that happened, that's when you saw the shift of The Rock physically turning and siding with Roman Reigns. And I like the idea of Rock positioning his match with Roman as the match. That is the match. That is the blockbuster, the biggest thing they could ever do in wrestling today. So why are people upset with it? And him going off of that. And they're playing into the reality of Roman being head of the table, and Rock being on the board and on the board of directors. And I love that.
Everyone I've invited here could be responsible for murder.
Did you know LA Times called her Gen Z Sherlock Holmes?
You're afraid?
Terrified.
Because it's adding to the reality of it. So when Cody comes out, they first announce with the graphic, like you guys saw. They give you the graphic of Rock and Roman going to WrestleMania. And then when everything happens with Cody and it falls apart and Seth is getting in there and he's chomping at Roman, Seth starts yelling at Rock, which was awesome. There's tons of swearing in it. It felt real. They blended in what is really going on with the story of the bloodline, head of the table, all of that, and Cody. And I feel like they did just such a great job putting all the pieces together in that moment. Now, was it like, it begs a lot of questions, obviously. We still don't know everything. But after the breakdown and the press conference ended and you got basically Rock and Roman together as the bloodline, or the corporate bloodline, you then get Cody in there. Cody announces he is going to go after Roman Reigns. And once everything broke down, they all walked off the stage. And then you get a backstage thing after the thing. Triple H is getting interviewed, right? And then Rock and Roman interfere, and Rock is shooting his mouth off at Triple H. And I love the look on Triple H's face, because he was trying to get chewed out. Triple H is like, you went too far with this. And Rock is telling him to fix it. And I love the fact that Triple H looked at him almost like, if I could go, I would fight you. I'd beat you up right now if I could. I'd love to see Triple H back in the ring, but that can't happen. But I love that they did that dynamic where it's Triple H needs to fix it. I love Seth yelling at Rock saying, I don't give a crap that you're on the board of directors. Oh, there were so many layers to it. It was fantastic. So then after the backstage piece, on Twitter, Triple H announces the match is official and you are going to get Cody versus Roman Reigns. at WrestleMania. Now, they didn't say which night of WrestleMania. So that still leaves a lot of intrigue. And we still don't officially know what is happening with The Rock and what type of match it's going to be. Because I am not sure how they're going to get there and what they're going to do and what they're going to do with Seth. And you know what? I'm happy that we have intrigue. I know a lot of people will probably sit there and go, what about this? We don't know about this. They didn't tell us this. Oh, they didn't tell us anything. I'm happy that they're putting us there. We're going for a ride. I want to go on a ride for this, for WrestleMania. That's what I want. I don't want to be just laid everything out. Think of it if it was under Vince McMahon. It would just be Rock coming out on Raw or SmackDown. He'd go face to face with Roman and we'd get 2 stare downs and the vignette and a promo. And that would be the match of WrestleMania. And it'd be boring and typical. Now we have something that is completely different and they're going to build to. And I don't think WrestleMania 40 is the end of all of this. The Rock is now officially on the board of directors. You got like corporate bloodline right now. I think that they are going to play into this for a very long time. Now, the real question, the big thing that has me excited is wondering, what are they going to do at WrestleMania with The Rock? We're going to get Roman Cody. But you got to figure leading up to that, The Rock is getting involved somehow. Because he's telling Triple H to fix it. So how is he going to fix it? That's going to be the big thing. And now you get the dynamic of Triple H and The Rock chomping at each other, going back and forth. That also is another wrinkle. That also makes it very interesting. But the big question to me is going to be, and maybe you think of this too, what are we going to do with The Rock, Roman, Cody, and maybe even Seth? My gut told me last night that we're getting a tag team match. And there are multiple ways that they can do this at WrestleMania. And I think fans are going to be happy no matter what. And I also think that we're going to be seeing something long-term beyond WrestleMania 40. And that's what I think we should keep in mind. Because this is...
Oh my God, here we go. Kimberly calculated from the beginning, how do I become famous?
This
is not going to be one and done, get to Mania 40 and Rock is gone forever. He's on the board of directors now. So it's not a typical WrestleMania, and Rock has said, even last year, for 39 when they wanted to do something, it didn't work out. I think they wanted to do something bigger, and Rock has talked about how he wanted to make something different, and I've always kind of wondered, well, how do you make it different? It's still wrestling at the end of the day. It's still promos, it's still vignettes, it's still wrestling in a wrestling ring. So I'm like, how do you make this thing different? Well, with what we saw, whether it was the plan or not, because SmackDown and Cody saying, I'm not coming at WrestleMania, I don't know what happened. But you could see that this seems to be part of their plan. Something different is blurring the lines now of Rock being corporate, TKO member, and getting mad that, like, Cody, how dare you interfere in this? This is bigger than you. This is the money match. This is the biggest match we could do at WrestleMania. It's good for business, all of that. And then you've got Cody positioned as an underdog when he's really not. But now he is. And now you want to see it even more.
No, I don't.
There's so much intrigue here. So, the big thing then is, what are we going to get at WrestleMania for night 1 and night 2? Because I'm curious. I'm into it and I'm loving it. We got to go get a coffee, by the way. I love it. What are we going to get at WrestleMania? There's multiple ways they can do this. And one of them is a tag team match. So, what I think could be one option is Roman Cody is going to happen. I think that's night 2 main event for the belt. And there's probably Usos involved. There's probably Bloodline involved. There's probably Rock involved in that. But at the end of it all, at the end of the day, it's going to be Cody Rhodes holding the title high and Rock is defeated. And Roman is defeated. Once.
Alright, I think I've seen enough. I gotta say, if you are Cody Rhodes fan and you talking, I need you to Shut your bitch ass up. We're out of here.